bards together before. She introduced herself as Emer and said she'd come to share many developments in Nent. Finton's eyes widened in delight. You have updates on Hanama Banduri and Taman Katri? Yes, but more important, Pen Yas Ben Min. Pen! The cousin of Nelkit Ben Sa? The very same. If I'm correct, she's going to be one of the most famous Fornish people in history. Seriously? She was just a kid, newly blessed. Aye, but blessed is a green sleeve. You're going to want to hear this. Absolutely. Finton turned to me. Dervin, my apologies, but this sounds like something I must hear sooner rather than later. We can catch up another time, right? Of course, but I have a question. Why are you here? I asked Emer. Somewhat taken aback, she extended an index finger toward her countryman. To update Finton. Yes, but why? The Triune Council ordered it. I've spent some time in Talalafuz, where much has been happening. When I returned recently to Rael and reported what I learned to them, they said Brinlun must know also, and I was to repeat everything to Finton so he could include it in his tale of the Giant Wars. His tale is something the Triune Council is so concerned about that they'd send you here with a courier to update him? It is. Again, why? It seems like an extraordinary expenditure of your resources. Finton answered for her. You and I haven't gotten to the part where the council ordered me here, but we will soon. Suffice to say that they feel this tale is important for both our nations, and a key part of Rael's support for Brinlun. Emir nodded. And of course they're aware that you're writing it down, Master Dualabar, adding your own historical notes, and they are hopeful they'll get to read the completed version someday as a joint project between allied nations. I wasn't so sure they'd be thrilled to read my additions, where I was supposed to counter Finton as a suspected spy, all while we'd had a bone giant operating as our master of spies for years, and he'd painted a target on Cloda's back and pointed me at her like a weapon, assuming I'd want to avenge my wife's supposed assassination at her hands. I knew now that the Wraith had fed me lies, of course, but that didn't change the fact that much of what I'd written might be incredibly embarrassing to us, and to me personally. Or it might bring a refreshing chance for honesty and dialogue and allow us to move forward together more productively. I couldn't know for sure. But one way or another, Pelinot Rolland would eventually have to answer for some questionable choices he'd made. Answer to Rael, of course, but also answer to me. Very well. I assume you'll be occupied for some time? Yes, there is much to share. I'll leave you to it then, and I'll see you on the wall later, Finton. You can have my breakfast, Emer. I'll grab something elsewhere. That freed up my morning, and I decided to spend it trying to hunt down either Rolly or his lung, Foster de Bertram, to get some answers regarding the intelligence I'd received yesterday from Dame Nisidu Vallis, namely that Serena's assassination had come at the hands of the Nentian ambassador, Jacindur Torgala, whom Rolly had expelled, and that her poisoning had been ordered by none other than the shit-snake Meleshev Lomet, former viceroy of Hashan-Kek and current monarch of Nent. Rolly had known both of those facts and hadn't told me. He'd even sent a hygienist to Nent recently who might wind up curing the loathsome murder of his wasting disease. Nissa had explained that the ambassador had to be expelled.